Welcome back to the Open Road. I'm your host, Alex Lefriec, coming to you from Winterfell, just south of the wall. It is freezing and there is frost all over the 2013 Kia Rio SX. And that's pretty appropriate because for a long time, people have given the Rio the cold shoulder. You see how I did that? Cold shoulder. The Rio was the last remnants of a time when Kia was compared to a little company called Daewoo. They had the Laganza. I drove one, and it was terrible. But the Rio's all grown up now, and so is Kia. But can it compete with rivals like the Ford Fiesta or even the Chevy Spark? Let's hit the open road. The Rio comes in 3 trim levels, the EX, LX, and SX. Our tester is the SX, the top of the line trim level, and it is quite an aesthetically pleasing package. You have those bigger wheels, which look great, although they do make the ride rougher, and some other body accoutrement to make it look just a little bit better. Moving on to the power plant. It is a 1.6 liter direct injection 4-cylinder, putting out 138 horsepower and 123 pound-feet of torque. And that may not sound like a lot, and in reality it's not, but I never found myself saying, oh my God, this car is so slow, unless it was from like a dead standstill to 60. If you're just zipping around town or you aren't somebody that's got a lead foot, this engine should be just fine. The fuel numbers aren't bad either. The Rio gets 28 mpg in the city and 36 on the highway for a combined 31 mpg. I didn't track my mileage, but I didn't have to fill up for fuel for a full 2 weeks, so can't complain there. I do, however, have some gripes when it comes to the interior of the Rio. Let's start with those weird windows along the A-pillar. They just look weird. They seem unnecessary to me. I don't like them. The other thing is this dash. It's really deep, and it gives the whole interior just a weird feel. I asked some other people about it. They agreed with me. Not quite sure why Kia did that, but hope they redesign it. Besides that, though, it's a pretty nice place to be. The instrument cluster, although it's an older design, is still pretty nice, easy to read, informative center screen, inset gauges, and the infotainment system that we have that comes with the premium package, which also includes heated seats, a sunroof, Bluetooth connectivity, Sirius satellite radio, is really pretty nice, even though it also is Kia's older UVO system and not the newer Windows or Android-based system. Backseat legroom and headroom it's not great, but this is a small car. This is the type of car that you buy for 1 or 2 passengers, and every once in a while when somebody has to sit in the back, they can. Trunk space is surprisingly good for a car this size, and you should be able to get a few sets of golf clubs or your daily grocery run to fit back there, but I do wish that Kia would include a donut or a spare rather than that flat kit. It just seems like such a cop-out. So my final thoughts on the Rio are this. It's not a bad car. It's actually quite a good car from a feature standpoint and everything else, but it just lacks character. It's sort of a Peter Gibbon mobile. Just extremely average. Competition like the Ford Fiesta or even the Chevy Spark, which is a little smaller than this, have some more spunkiness and funkiness about them, and those are the only 2 unkinesses that I can think of, but that's important in a small car, and you just don't get that with this car. There's just nothing exciting or kind of different about it. I will say that if Kia redesigns the 2014 Rio with an interior similar to the Forte and makes this car even better and perhaps a little bit more exciting, it could be a real segment leader. For the Open Road, I'm your host, Alex Lefriec. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.